And a big update coming in from the G7 summit. G7 has reportedly approved new sanctions on Russia. Now remember, the Russia-Ukraine war is going to be a very important talking point all through the summit. And now news coming in of how the G7 has agreed on new sanctions to starve Russia's war machine. Leaders from the group of 7 nations agreeing reportedly to new sanctions they say would starve Russia of the G7 technology, industrial equipment, services that support its war machine. The measures announced at the summit in Hiroshima include restrictions on exports of items critical to Russia on the battlefield, as well as ones targeting entities accused of moving material to the front for Moscow. Let me quickly go across to Rishabh, tracking the latest for us. Rishabh, as we keep our eyes out for the meeting that also in all likelihood will take place between President Zelenskyy and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is an important update coming in as we speak. We're learning that several media reports have cited that the G7 members have approved new sanctions on Russia.
Definitely, if you see, Russia right now is world's most sanctioned country after its misadventure in Ukraine. It has been 15 months of its war expedition in Ukraine, and now more and more sanctions are being imposed on Russia. We have seen that how the oil from Russia has been embargoed, the way energy supply from Russia have been embargoed, and Russia has been thrown out of the SWIFT system as well in last 15 months. And now the G7 leaders coming together and imposing further sanctions, ensuring that Russia do not have privy to any technology that is used by G7. For example, if France uses a Rafale jet, they want to make sure that any Russia or Russian ally cannot have the access to the technology of Rafale jet, for that matter, or for that matter, energy or other supplies that Russia is giving. Those supply lines are broken down so that the war machine, anything that funds the war of Russia and Ukraine, can be curtailed, is what the plan is for G7. And time and again, be it Fumio Kishida or Joe Biden, or for that matter,
is expected to, all through this meeting, work to tighten existing sanctions, also to talk about the loopholes, squeeze Moscow's access to international financial system, perhaps commit to keeping Russian assets frozen until the end of the war in Ukraine. All of that is going to be spoken of the next few days. Thank you for joining us with that update. A short break. With that, we'll be right back.